Hey guys, it's Lori with Coffee Break with Lori, and I wanted to just do a video about um, what's been behind my absence with the channel. And one of the things, I've got me a list right here of everything to talk about. Um, I did lose my job. I think it was coming no matter what, but I had jury duty that I got chosen to appear. Whether I was selected or not was a different story, but I had to appear because when you do jury duty, it's required by law to appear. But when December 16th, when I appeared for court, I went back the next day, had all my paperwork, had everything ready to turn in. And the next day, I lost my job. The next day when I went back to work, they said 0 absence, and I let them know a week before this because I had just started out on that project. And but basically they said 0 absence during training. Well, I was going to training the Monday before, and so the 16th was the day of court, and it was a week prior to that day, the week before that Monday was when I started training. So I told them the day one, look, my previous department manager knew what was going on, and I just didn't know. I wouldn't know until the 16th or the 15th, sorry, if I was being selected. So, I found out the 15th at 5:30, right on the nose. They text me and said, your group has been selected. So I had to appear. I let my supervisor know that I was selected. I was required by law to appear. And I said I would have all my paperwork submitted so that, it could be documented. So I went to court the next day and spent a good part of the day there. And but when I went, I can say it now, but I couldn't at the time. The appearance that I was doing, the jury that I was going to be doing, is over a child molestation case. So, I went through, we sat up in the jury box, and both sides of the attorneys asked us questions, and then they decided who was going to be picked or selected from that group of us, and those that weren't selected got sent home and was done. I was one of those that didn't get selected, so I went home, and it was pretty stressful because of the situation. That's a whole different subject line, and I'm not going to go into that, but it was definitely a case that I was going to be biased on, and I kind of expected not to be selected because of that. But I came home, but due to how stressful everything was, and on top of that, the plaintiff, the one that was being charged with it, was there right in front of us. So that was it was a lot uncomfortable. But I did answer honestly all the questions. And so when I got home, I was like, I just can't concentrate. I was a wreck. So I thought they paid you for the day. So I was like, good, because I need to decompress after all that. So the next day I went into work and I turned in all my paperwork. As I said, just before I clocked in, I went ahead and sent everything because I'd already had it all scanned, ready to go. I just needed to know the email address to send it to. So I got my supervisor's email address and I forwarded it to her. I don't think she turned it in, and I think that's why I lost my job. She said that I wasn't up to par. And I'm sorry, but that shouldn't have been my fault because of the fact that they didn't have us prepared. We didn't have logins. We only just got logins, well, the day I was in court, but for me was the day I got terminated. And they expected me to just get right into it. And, no, I needed practice. Practice, you don't really get practice any other way except for hands-on. And I just felt like I needed practice before I got started, or hands-on practice. But she called a meeting with me and alerted me that I was being terminated due to productivity. But I've been in training, so how was I able to be productive or given a chance to be productive with proper training? I still had a day's worth of training that I got left out on. And so anyway, I was like, whatever. And I immediately went and signed up for unemployment. But this almost caused me to lose my house. And, it was a disaster. But I did manage to, since I filed for unemployment, they hold back a week automatically. It's a normal thing. They hold 1 week. And then by the time because I know I was approved, because they said that terminating me because of jury duty, or because I was absent because of jury duty, was not sufficient enough reason. So I won the case as far as unemployment. But as I was doing my job search, I was a few days into it, almost a week, and I got a notification from LinkedIn about it. Someone was interested in me, and it was a temp agency, which I'm completely fine with. It has its drawbacks about things because of benefits and stuff like that. But at this point, anything was better than nothing. So I went through it, and they said that there was a company that was looking for people to enter in invoices or purchase orders for their business. And because that basically, when you're putting in the purchase order into the system, you're telling the warehouse what to package and all that. So I have some experience with that, so that worked out for me in the long run. But I went through the application and the whole 9 yards and got accepted. I had to go through a drug test. Of course, the day of orientation was the drug test. So I went, and it's a work from home position. I'm not really going to go through the company just yet. But maybe once I've been hired on, I might. But right now I'm through the temp agency. But basically, I went for orientation. They did the drug test. I passed it, of course. I wasn't worried about it. The only thing that was concerning me, and I told them, was because I'm on diabetic medication, and also another medication for my stress that have been dealing with. So uh, but I still passed it with flying colors, of course. And so they also gave me my equipment. And my equipment consists of a laptop, a keyboard, and it's a nice laptop, I might add, a keyboard, a mouse, 2 monitors, and a hub to plug everything into. And because I'm not dealing with people on the phones, it's occasional that I will, but they prefer everything to have a paper trail, sort of, in a sort of way, and in this case, electronic, because we do everything through email. But I don't have to be on the phones, so all I do is enter invoices all day, and it works. Like I said, I have the experience working in the last warehouse that I was working at, third shift, because that's what I dealt with. I entered purchase orders in from the warehouse level, but as soon as they got off the trucks, I unpackaged the purchase orders and put them in the system. So I'm kind of doing the same thing that I was doing there, only it's at a full level, where the purchase orders are put into the system, so that the warehouse knows what to package. So there's a process that's skipped from what I'm used to. So but I enter the purchase orders into the system, and I do that all day. I don't get an hour lunch like I used to, which makes it difficult for doing these videos. I would do the videos on my lunch hour. So I'll have to do them at night sometime after I'm off work, because I won't have time to do all that. But everything is looking good. But I was under a lot of stress, and I managed to work with my mortgage company to get something worked out so that I can continue living here and still having a mortgage, the whole 9 yards. So I'm really thankful about that, but it put a lot of stress on me. I couldn't focus, and I apologize that that's the reason I haven't been around on the channel. But I had to put my, cross my T's and dot my I's to figure out how I was going to accomplish this. I did manage to work it out, but I needed that time to figure everything out. It has been a big toll on my stress, and as it is right now, I'm having tightness in my chest, but it's controlled by medication, so I know I'll be okay. But it was putting a lot on me, and I am so sorry that I haven't. But I think if somebody would have came to me and said, "Hey, we need you to come online and do a live stream," I would have done it. So if anybody ever needs that, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, because I'm more than happy. The whole point in this channel is to give you a chance to decompress, and also to get your mind off of things. And I guess I should take my own advice. But I know doing a live stream is there's a lot involved in it, and I'm doing most of the talking anyway. And this is just a better way for me to do it, is to upload videos. If you want to interact with them, I'm more than happy to interact with them, whenever. I did just figure out how to do that. But, I'm so sorry that I haven't been around. It's just been a lot. And my last job really jerked me around by, cutting hours. I went a week and a half without a computer, and therefore they didn't pay me for that. That put me in a financial bind. And then losing my job on top of that really put a damper on things as well. But I did find out because I made some friends, and they said that also they were juggling people around. So I think they were struggling anyway, and maybe terminating me was just the easy way out rather than having one more person to juggle. But that's okay, because I did find the job I have now is so awesome. The people are fantastic. You know, and I actually enjoy what I do. So this puts me back into the mode of I'm happy where I'm at, and maybe that will help my stress levels. But anyway, I just wanted to give you an update. It's more like a life update, and that's probably what the title will be when you're watching this. Just now that I have things in place, I can focus more. But I couldn't lose my house. That was the most important thing. Losing my house, which meant, what was I going to do with my dogs? Of course, I'm not gonna get rid of them. If I was to lose everything, I would still keep my dogs, because they're my life. They're like my kids, and I wouldn't desert my kids during something like this. So, yeah, I'm not gonna desert my dogs either. But anyway, it was just a lot on me, and I was scared. But anyway, we're in a better place now, and I'm not going to cry. but yeah, we're going to try to do it. I need to get on a schedule, and I think I'm just going to focus on once a week uploading a video. If I do more, those are just bonuses. But I need to get back on track. Live streams will happen, once in a while. But I wouldn't focus on those. If you need me to, I will. Somebody needs to reach out to me to do that, though. Otherwise, I will just live stream here and there. Maybe once a month. Don't mark me or don't hold me to that. Mostly it's going to be videos, because they're easier for me to do. And once I get done, I just upload it on YouTube, and I'm done. So anyway, but I gotta go, and it's been great talking to you guys again, So anyway, Lauren just got home from work, so I'm gonna go. I will talk to you later. Take care of everybody. Bye-bye.